statement released today, Menendez said his wife, who's also charged in that case, has grade 3 breast cancer and will need to have a mastectomy. This was sent out as the presentation of evidence began in his trial, accusing him of taking bribes in exchange for political influence.
Fox 8's Antwan Lewis joins us live from the courthouse in Lower Manhattan with the very latest. Antwan.
Natasha, the senator's wife was not with him in court today, and her absence was nonetheless obvious, especially given today's announcement.
With her own trial set for sometime this summer, news Thursday that Nadine Menendez, wife of senior New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez, is battling cancer. Menendez released the following statement, which reads in part, Nadine is suffering from grade 3 breast cancer, which will require her to have mastectomy surgery. We are, of course, concerned about the seriousness and advanced stage of the disease. The impact on the senator's corruption trial, which is now underway, likely to be felt. Katie Cherkasky is a former federal prosecutor.
He has been suspected to be interested in essentially throwing his wife under the bus in exchange for getting out of his own culpability for this. So to the extent that this might change his defense strategy, that would be something to look for.
Prosecutors have accused the couple of accepting bribes in exchange for political influence with Egypt and Qatar. Also charged are real estate developer Fred Davies and Wael Hanna. All have pleaded not guilty. Evidence seized during a search of the Menendez home in 2022, including gold bars, cash, and other items, was shown to jurors Thursday. Items that Menendez attorneys say was secretly being kept in wife Nadine's closet. The same attorneys who implied she was the conduit between Menendez and the co-defendants.
It could play into their ultimate sentence because that is a factor that can be considered mitigating in terms of what might be an appropriate punishment if they were to be convicted.
Bob and Nadine Menendez were married in October of 2020. Shortly after their indictment last fall, Menendez asked to be tried separately, citing a medical procedure. Cherkasky weighs in on what the cancer disclosure means for her trial, likely this summer.
Of course, the court will have to accommodate any sort of medical needs and appointments that might come up during this process, but they are not barred from proceeding with trial, and certainly something is going to happen at some point to get this case to close out. And then I would anticipate that it will be relied upon very heavily if she is convicted or perhaps tries to enter into some sort of negotiation for a plea agreement with them to garner some sort of sympathy from the prosecution to lower her sentence.
When he released his statement this morning, the senator said that his wife will also need follow-up surgery as well as radiation. Again, her trial had been set sometime in the summer, possibly July. Cherkasky did go on to say when we talked to her in the Zoom that this is not uncommon of a circumstance to happen. This is the very latest from Lower Manhattan. Back inside to you.